Hey, I'm just following orders.
Let me get one of those slow motion pictures, man. One of the slow motion pictures.
You gotta shoot at 60 frames per second.
Come on, that.
They say they wanna hear that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move it coast shit. Cause if they make the wrong move it coast shit. You see me, they like, ooh, keep on shopping. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop it. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. Coming up, I'm about to bullshit. They see me, they like, ooh, keep on shopping. I'm on my body, real niggas right beside me. Damn right, I brought my army, going up like a rocket, and can't nobody stop me. These niggas garbage, so watch your mouth, boy. Coming all black, slithering house, call me mouth, boy. I'm off the hip like a cowboy. I'm a king, you should bow, boy. Shorty like that, man, you cut up, nothing I can handle. 144 in the booth, going Rambo. Niggas do you dirty like a stick in a bando. That's why I play the corner like a bum with a banjo. I'ma lead by example. Ooh, keep on sobbing, got this bitch off the hand, got this juice, got the drip, about to hit the bitch with the salt. It ain't rap, it's assault. Can't taste a bitch unless you with the coke. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move it coast shit. Cause if they make the wrong move it coast shit.
One West, one West, one West, one West, one West.
Coming up on my bullshit.
I do it how a veteran be. You better than me. I'm Reggie at the edge of the key. It's all money, no honey. Think you settling? See, you locked up, fucked up, and it's back to the streets. It's One West. You can check the residency. I reside where soldiers died on the soles of their feet. Cause there's death before designer. Ain't no coward in me. Cause I'm cold as a bitch's shoulder. You ain't calling a week. Get the cooking on this beat. Hope you like it well done. Got them killers rolling with me and they all red rum, red rum, red rum. Got you fuckers scared some. Get the banging on this beat till my fucking head numb. Black Glock, red drum, black and yellow Air Ones. Homie, you ain't got a vest. I suggest you wear one.
Told these niggas we was going up. They was doing a lot of talking. Now these niggas ain't saying shit.
Feeling like a legend in this shit. Lil nigga, I'm past veteran. Never feeling third. Lil nigga, I'm past second. Guns, I gotta have them all like Ash Ketchum. Shotty break a nigga ribs up like his wife left him. We all steppin'. Kill you with kindness cause I'm dead nice. That 5'7" put you 6 feet, not talking height. That judge giving out 5, but you doing life. These hands are rude GPS. A mean right. That's mean right. We build different, you know the vibes. And we stamped it authentic, we notarized. I keep a 144 because I know a kind. Noah's Ark, you know I'm with animals when we flowing by. We back again, no cap, when I'm with Cap again. Yeah, they say they want smoking, so we matching them. Everything righteous, so you know when we get back at them, you get hit up with a K, but no acronym.
They say they wanna hear that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move it coast shit. Cause if they make the wrong move it coast shit. You see me, they like, ooh, keep on shopping. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop it. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. Coming up, I'm about to bullshit.
West till they bury me. I'm One West till they bury me. I'm One West till they bury me. I be One West to the death till they bury me. One West till they bury me. I'm One West till they bury me.
I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. They ain't scaring me. Rip the soul out of Pharisee. Speaking heresy and get you fucked up apparently. It's like they daring me. I said chill, they ain't hearing me. They ain't listening. Every bar nitroglycerin. Hit your heart, bring it back to start, make you live again. Get them dividends or we start getting ignorant. I be on that soldier shit. I told you shit phenomenal. Nah, but he a domino. So what you suckers trying to do? Rhyming comical. Guess it's funny until I'm bombing you. Bring apocalypse to them pussy niggas that's popping shit. Team of all-stars. I coach them up like I'm Popovich. Fuck the politics and the lobbyists and apologists. They vagina, so we gon' check them like gynecologists. It's kinda obvious how the situation is ominous. The way I vomit this and regurgitate for the audience. They start applauding this cause the competition is fraudulent. From the era where niggas smoke you up like a parliament. The flow been stupid. Shit has gotten retarded since all the dominance of one west rising to prominent. Cause I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. They want a nigga quiet, mute my maneuvers, but I ride like I got group times for Uber. Rhymes hard like they been viewed by Medusa. 9 milli Luger, 17 in the Ruger. Only need a few to sit up in your medulla. Obligata for the regatta, niggas wildin', they win every dollar. They riding by in black Impalas, let the semi holler. A showstopper, been as proper since the teeny bopper. But now I'm going, I'm off Patron, a premium of vodka. I put extensions on the Glock, modified the chopper. The swore heavy, war ready, and that's working mama. No marijuana, say I got the loudest silence on it. When I'm up on it, ain't no rapper do it like I do it. A lot of spitties and writers, but when they heat's on, none of them can get to the fire around with me. And I had a nigga spin like a tire, down the D. And I'm still dope as a piper. Every bar burn hard like a spoon with a lighter. Fuel to ignite, I'm winning, coming through with the title because U.P.K. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me.
Yeah, on 44 shit, you know what I mean? Busy man, busy man. Look, when that shit drop, you step all the way on their neck, step on their neck and they head with that shit.
Fine then, I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel, he nice but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. They mad, I'm too solid, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. No, they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rank for real. I got real soldiers, kill for me, nigga, watch yourself. They say you been in beast mode lately, you is not self. When you dropping that fire, precious marriage, they inquiring. They can't stop what's coming, but I see them conspiring. Cross the line, them firing. This bitch here, finna break the spin. No kindness, I don't trust you, circle small. You can keep your features. Me and my niggas don't keep no secrets. In the field like Jeepers Creepers, say they want some smoke, dawg. So I brought these chimney sweeps. Coming like we coming, you can't even cap. These niggas don't run it like we running, bitch, don't even start. Bitch, I'm with my niggas till the end, till death do us part. So if you wanna leave, you can leave, bitch. Bless your heart, fine then. I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel, he nice but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. Ooh, I got a man, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. I heard they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rate for real. Take over in effect, yeah, I'm fully focused. You might not see it on me, just know it's women, that bitch fully loaded. Ooh, yeah, we up and rolling. Told them I need major motion. Think I'm joking, I'ma school them niggas like they baby Jody. Got it out the dust, now I'm too clean, don't know why they hate me. What you want out life, dawg? Guns and butter, baby boy. U.P.K top, dawg. Certified
You ain't no Israelite, but you a gospelite, bitch. Fuck you talking about? If that nigga won't war, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. How can I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade just line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think, boy? You be done to try. South Coast shit, we bout it. UPK too solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood. Hood. More than you, bitch. Sharp on shit, I'm bout it. UPK too solid. Fuck nigga don't want war. It ain't enough clips in your army. All the bitches wanna take my piece. All they hoes wanna take my piece. All the nigga wanna take my piece. No, I can't let a dog take it from me. I can't let a dog take it from me. You a hoe study and you dummy. And these bitches really out this bitch walking around like they don't know nothing. And a lame nigga fall for them and get set up for the coins and get gunned down, man down. Shoulda took the time, get a damn no. But I see the shawty and I show her. She could never get a priest hoe. You a dirt ass, rust ass neck bitch with a fake ass jury. In Tennessee while I'm touring. It's a Tennessee, but she luring. Yeah, that sucker duck bitch ass boy, fuck nigga over that bit mugger. I say, if that nigga won't war, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. How can I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade just line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think, boy? You be done to try. South Coast shit, we bout it. UPK too solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood. Hood. More than you, bitch. You a lame nigga down to me. Eat candy, but I'm sucker free. You a little nigga, ain't nothing to me. Base up, boy, I fit a beat. Yeah, AR-223. Draco with a magazine. Yeah, the clip run like limousine. I shoot your ass in the spleen. Boy, I bust your ass in a temple. We debating by the temple. Tell the truth, boy, you's a victim. And you squirm off like a lizard. Nigga walk down my road. Why does nigga come down my road? Boy, come down my road. Boy, I charge your ass toll fee. I'm a real big priest, nigga. UPK play for keys, nigga. Commander General get a damn order, but ain't nothing me to damn kill you. I was talking his ass like a cat. All weapons, boys full of tech. Boy, like a close comeback. Nigga got popped off for a neck. If that nigga won't war, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. How can I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade just line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think, boy? You be done to try. South Coast shit, we bout it. UPK too solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood. Hood. More than you, bitch.
Christ said 7 women gonna be on one nigga in the end time. Nigga, fuck wrong with you, boy. Stressed by that damn hoe ass bitch. Fake ass nigga too. Dumb ass motherfucker. Fuck you.
Or the brother gonna be on deck to breed. All right, Shalom, Lord Christ. I'm Officer Baraki Allah. This is Wednesday night laws class. Got me to what?
Oh, you gotta move his mic. Oh, you gotta move his mic.
Gotta do what?
Yeah, okay. You go ahead.
On to what now?
You go ahead, young man. Y'all Shem Shah with thought.
Shalom, Adawan. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabbat Barakathon.
Y'all about to me, thought. Officer Baraki Allah, Officer 500, represent I.S.U.P.K, I.S.U.P.K Atlanta. This Wednesday night law class, we came to bring the truth to the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans that the 12 tribes of Israel make up your true nationality, according to the Bible, according to the Most High. That's why we had this Wednesday night law class to teach our people the proper law, the proper way to live, to live, to thrive on this earth. Tonight's topic is called "You Never Seen a Man or a Woman of God Until the Truth." Once again, you never seen a man or woman of God until the truth. And that's how we get it. Anybody else on the line? I was right, the truth. Salon Lord Christ. All right, I got you down. Anybody else? All right, we can go ahead and get it started, man. I wanted to bring this topic into a forefront because a lot of us, most of us, 95% of us in the I.S.U.P.K and the truth, we were not born into the truth. A lot of us come, probably 80% of us come from Christianity backgrounds, coming up in the church. A lot of us went to church every Sunday. Some people went to church every now and then. Some people went to church multiple times a week. Sunday, Wednesdays, Sunday nights, choir nights, everything. You know what I mean? So, even if you didn't go, you still, your mother, your grandmama, somebody in your family is still gonna pass down that tradition on who God is and how you supposed to approach them according to Christianity. But as the Most High wakes us up, then we come into the truth and we shed those things off of us. We know what I'm saying, we have to learn again. We have to learn again. We have to be taught again. Pick me up at I'm gonna get the verse teach again. Hold on, bear with me one moment. Pick me up at Hebrews 5 and 12.
Come. The book of Hebrews, chapter 5 and verse 12. For when for the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have need that one teach you again.
Yeah, what?
Ye have need that one teach you again.
I need one to teach you again. So this scripture right here should already be telling you, because it's basically saying that you spent an amount of time in your life learning things, and now you have to be taught again. Why you got to be taught again when you want to be a teacher? So that means you're obviously an adult. You obviously had some little knowledge. Now you have to be taught again. You know what I mean? You got to be taught again. This is speaking to adults, not babies, not when your Sunday school or whatnot when you first taught. So this is referring to the truth. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't really get that in that scripture. Keep on reading.
Come on. Ye have need that one teach you again, which be the first principles of the oracles of God.
Hey, that's the first principle. You got to humble yourself. You got to come in here and humble yourself, because we got 30, 40, 20 years, even 18, 15 years in Christianity on a Muslim mosque. But most of that Christianity, you already know how it is, especially down south here in Atlanta. You're going to have most of that. So, you know what I'm saying? You just thinking you putting the pieces together from the, okay, you learned the truth. You learned a little bit about the truth or a lot about the truth. You think you putting the pieces together, connecting the dots, which you can on a lot of things. But for the most part, you're going to have to get taught again. Start over and get taught again. Keep on going.
Come on. And are become such as have need of milk and not of strong meat.
Right. That milk, like real. That's what you have to get taught over again. When you come into the truth, you know what I mean. You want to start with Genesis 1:1. You know what I mean? That what God created the heavens and the earth or whatnot. You got to get the proper breakdown of Adam and Eve or whatnot. You think you know what I'm saying? It might have been the first Bible scripture that you taught your kids and everything.
Right.
But you don't even know. But when you come into the when you come into the real knowledge, you find out the story of Adam and Eve, but you find out you don't know nothing. You don't even know the story of Adam and Eve.
Right.
Properly. Right. So you got to get retaught that. You know what I'm saying? Keep on reading. So that's Salaki. So that's the milk. That's what we're talking about. I mean, that's of course that's a lot of other areas. That's the milk, but that's just a fine example of if you starting over with the milk, just like a baby, just like your baby was born. You know what I mean? You can't start them off with no vegetables. You can't start them off with anything, or Kool-Aid, no nothing, no type of meats. You gotta start them off with straight milk, and then work your way on up. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's keep on reading.
Come. Verse 13. For everyone that uses milk is unskillful in the word of righteousness, for he is a babe.
So yes, everybody that uses milk is unskillful. You know what I mean? And that's what that's what people in the Christianity, people in fake Israelite groups, they trying to use the milk. They're trying to use milk to confine the prophets. And they don't even know how to properly use the milk. Their milk is tainted. You know what I'm saying? They thinking they got this whole thing down packed, but nah, man, you gotta get taught again. You know what I'm saying? All the theologian schools, seminary schools, or whatnot, you got to get taught again. Keep on reading.
Come. Verse 14. But strong meat belongeth to them that are full, that are of full age.
Right,
Even
full age. Full age in the truth, full age in knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Ain't got nothing to do with you being in the Christian church and going to church and going to the church 5 days out the week. Coming up, you think you knowing everything. Ain't got nothing to do with that. Keep on reading.
Come. Even those who by reason of use have their senses exercised.
All right, you can stop right there. All right, so we just want to build a foundation on that because, you know what I mean, a lot, you know, we was all like that. We all think we have a sense of knowing what a true man of God, what a true woman of God is. You know what I mean? Even when you come into the truth, think that you wondering why things are not like this. Oh, I never seen a man of God move like that, move militant. I never seen a man of God, a woman of God move like this. When I come into the school, when I come into the I.S.U.P.K, I don't see any instruments. I don't see a choir. You know what I mean? I used to love the choir. With you know, I'm speaking to other, especially women, how they speaking. You know what I mean? What they miss about the church, they love the choir. They love the songs and the dancing or whatnot in the church or whatnot. It's all, you know, church is a whole traditional thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you got decades upon decades of that. Then you definitely thinking that this is the way the Most High want. This how the Lord want things. Right. You know what I mean? When you come into the truth and find out you're an Israelite and find out what tribe you come from and you accept the truth, you come in, but it's a little confusion to you at first because you have one way of thinking that this is the way of a man of God, a woman of God is supposed to carry themselves. You know what I mean? Now it's something totally different. Your pastor is your church. Your pastor is your church compared to Commander General Yahanna. You know what I'm saying? How many of y'all have been in church before? Was part of a church previously? Should be about everybody, huh?
Come, sir.
Anybody online? Y'all used to go to church?
Come, sir.
I'm trying to see the conference call. Y'all hear me on the conference call?
I don't call.
Okay. All right, so I want to ask a question. You know, before you came into the truth, the I.S.U.P.K, you had a question on the pastor?
Oh yeah, that was how I've been in the Christian church. That was last time been in my entire life. Only been in at least this many times. Actually stepped into one.
Mm-hmm.
I heard a sermon or something like that. The last sermon I heard was back in 2002.
Wow.
So like over 20 years ago. So I was questioning the pastor. They would keep on passing plates around, stuff like that. I questioned them after the sermon or whatnot. I like, what you do for a living? They say the same thing. I work for God and stuff like that. I'm like,
right.
Okay, so you giving money to you, so you don't have no 9 to 5 job clock in, which you know what I'm saying. Well, why I put my money into this for? You know, if you ain't working a real job, you ain't struggling. You were like, you know what I'm saying, you gotta pay the rent. This is your house. You know what I'm saying, you gotta pay the rent, stuff like that. But I can't sleep in your house once the hurricane hit, like Joel Osteen.
Right.
Once that hurricane hit. Yeah, we can't even allow to be in, get in the church. So it's like, I'm like, yeah, fuck that shit. I ain't going to Christian church no more. Fuck that. I mean, sloggy F that.
Right. Yeah, but hey, you know what I mean? You know, he said he only been 5 times. Now, let me ask y'all a question. Before you came into the truth, what were some of the attributes or traits that you said, okay, that woman or that man is a woman of God or a man of God? What were some of the things? You give me like one thing. What about them made you say that they was a man or a woman of God?
Salakia had one.
Go ahead.
I would say
Hold on, let me let the young man get it, then I'm gonna come back to you.
Okay.
I would say if the pastor had a successful like a successful church, meaning like like a mega church.
Right. So you trying to say if he was successful, he had a mega church, he driving good, he living good, he's prosperous. That what made him a man of God. Okay, yeah, definitely. We got, and that got a lot of people too. Go ahead, Mawasai.
Like you got a lot of churches. They always want to talk about their pastor so good, and they always want to sing church songs while they working on whatever, or just out and about. And oh my Lord, my Jesus, oh yeah. And they always want to talk about the Bible. But little did I know at that time, my parents was Jehovah's Witnesses, so it was like, I would see like other Christians, like singing church songs, always talking about, oh yeah, my Jesus, Jesus this, and the pastor, he speaks real well and stuff. Give him accolades that that they really don't deserve.
Right. That's definitely the number one thing. Speaking well, you know what I mean. Got a good poise to bottom, can move a crowd. You know what I mean. Just like Malcolm X, Farrakhan, and all of them. Khalid Muhammad, even now, with the mega church, you know what I mean. Creflo Dollar, TD Jakes. You know what I mean. Even though these men are definitely false prophets, but they definitely know how to move. They definitely study and know how to move a crowd. Joel Osteen. They know how to move a crowd. They know how to motivate a crowd. You know what I mean? And that's what it is. And that's what we seeing that the pastors and preachers of Christianity is all about who can be the best motivational speaker. You know what I mean? Well, a lot of these dudes need to put the Bible down, stop writing in their journals try to make it according to the Lord, and write motivational journals, motivational books. But that's all they doing. You know what I mean? They playing on your emotions. They playing on your head. You know what I mean? So this is what the pastors are known for. You know what I mean? Especially the ones that can make you cry. They can make you dance. You know what I mean? This is a big business. The people who could do that at the top, they rise to the top. Especially if you have a good poise about you. You know what I mean? You could definitely be one of those ones. And memorizing scripture. But one thing for me that it definitely used to be that speech about how they spoke or whatnot, and also about how successful the church was also. Those were some of the things. And also outside of just a preacher, if somebody went to church, a woman was in the church all the time, and she went to Wednesday night Bible study. She was at Tuesday night class, a Thursday night, Sunday morning service, then Sunday regular day service, Sunday night service. Basically, if the man or woman was in church all the time, we just automatically, if they spent a lot of time in the church, we automatically like, we know we ain't trying to do that. I know I ain't trying to be in the church like that. And they doing that, they got to be a man or a woman of God. Automatically.
Right.
You know what I mean? People that all that time. And a lot of times the pastors that the pastors always got you caught up in the scripture about don't touch my anointed. You know what I mean? That's how everybody used to be scared. Can you pull that for me, Abishai? Yeah, man, Abishai. Touch your anointed, because that's the thing about it, is that that's what had a lot of people. That's how they put us in that trick bag back in the day. You know what I mean? Even if the pastor doing something crazy, doing something negative, just like Eddie Long, he was touching them little boys over there in New Birth or whatnot, and they doing all type of abominable things in the church, and we started the church people started to talk about that among themselves, and guess what? Somebody will check you, somebody will chastise you, and say, right, don't touch the Lord's anointed. You know what I mean? We thinking that junk apply to them. Go ahead, bring it out for me. Read the verse for me also.
Come on, sir. the book of Psalms, 105 and verse 15, saying, touch not mine anointed, and do my prophets no harm.
Right, yeah, that's what we want right there. That scripture right there. Hey, everybody in total subjection. Hey, everybody on total lock. The pastor could be messing with an underage child, and they be talking about don't touch my anointed. You be scared to be talking about them.
That's right.
You know what I mean? It could spill over to your high school. You be like, man, you be talking about your pastor, be talking about them churches, and then somebody got to come up and say, I ain't messing with y'all. I'm about to walk away on this conversation. You can't touch the anointed now. You know what I mean? The Lord chose them folks, and we're gonna let the Lord deal with it. You know what I mean? Because we thought, okay, if somebody dedicate their life and spend their whole life in the church and every Sunday and Wednesday, and they take their time, they become a preacher, a pastor. You know what I mean? They must be a man of God. They must be. But as we see, you know what I mean, we didn't have any knowledge. We were very gullible. You know what I mean? When you're born into captivity and cattle slavery, like the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans was, and they built. I mean, they burnt their image of the false Christ and false doctrine into our head and brought it up into generation past generation. You start thinking like that. You know what I mean? We don't know where it's come from. We just know this thing was passed up from we don't even know it's passed up from generation to generation. We just born into it and we keep it running. We don't touch the anointed, and the Lord must have chose that person to lead the church. You know what I'm saying? And you see the pastor with his suit, with his looking like a Catholic priest, with the little collar and everything, with a little dress robe on. You know what I'm saying? But this is where we hear class tonight, because you know how y'all already know that y'all never seen a man or a woman of God until you came into the truth. That goes down from the mind process all the way down to the dressing, to how you dress. Matter of fact, let's pick that up, because the main flaw they got going on is that the law is done away with. That the law is done away with, man. That's nothing but a lie. And before we get into the dressing, put me in Matthew 5:19. People in Matthew 5:19, because everybody know Yahushua Christ. Nothing trumps Christ. No man, no prophet on this earth trumps Christ. You know what I mean? They want to say the Old Testament, the law is done away with, and they want to cherry pick scriptures, and you can go your whole life until you're 100-some years old on this earth and never know Matthew 5:19 is in the Bible. Ain't that something? Ain't that a delusion? A prophet got to show you, a prophet that's been appointed by the Lord, that knows, that's in the truth, that knows who he is as an Israelite, who knows what tribe he come from. You know what I mean? They come from that right pedigree. Because you got plenty of fake Israelites that doggone know that too. I mean, they often to folly and foolishness. You know what I mean? Just because they don't celebrate Christmas and Thanksgiving and whatnot. That's a world of a difference for a regular Christian, but you know what I mean, it's different. But with us in the truth, we already know it's still about that pedigree you come from as an Israelite. You know what I mean? You got that for me?
Con, sir.
Matthew. Okay. Start at 17 for me before we start. Because these folks, like, they lied on the Bible. They lied on the Bible. How dare you? Didn't the Bible say if you take away an ad to this book, your name gonna be taken out the Lamb books of life, the Lamb book of life. That's the book of who get into the kingdom, the Lamb's book of life. So if you take away or add improperly to the Bible, your name is not gonna be written in that book. That's how serious that is. But they do that all day long. The law is done away with. Negro, is you sure? Because who can trump Christ? Not Paul. Nobody. Even though Paul not saying that the law is done away with, they just get that misconstrued on his words that they can't understand, and they try to rest in that. So let's go get the top high priest, the Lord and Savior, Yahushua Christ, and what he say in the New Testament, and what they've been telling us that the law is done away with. Go ahead.
Con, sir. The book of Matthew, chapter 5 and verse 17. Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill.
But to what?
But to fulfill.
But think not that he didn't come to destroy the law at all or the prophets before. He came to fulfill. And you know what? The simple pastors want to tell them on that verse right there. Fulfill means it's completed. That means it feel completed. That means it completed. No, I don't mean that. That means that in the prophecies in the law, they've been talking about Christ. In the so-called in the Old Testament, they've been prophesying Christ when he came through, born in Nazareth, and came through it from a baby and performing all the miracles and being that unspotted lamb. He fulfilled the prophecy. Mm-hmm. That's what that means. You know what I'm saying? Keep on going.
Come on, sir. Verse 18. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass.
Till what?
Till what? Heaven and earth pass.
Go ahead.
One jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law, till all be fulfilled.
Right. So that's, you know what I mean? That's another one. It's banger. It's shot after shot after shot. And in Matthew, it's chapter 5 of Matthew. Yahushua Christ is saying, not one jot, not one tittle of the law, not even one period, one comma, one little letter of the law, which they say is done away with. None of that is gonna pass until heaven and earth pass. You know what I mean? Right now, if you got 10 toes, or how many toes you got, you standing 10 toes, or you're planted 10 toes down on this earth right now. You look in the sky, the heavens are on you. If you got night and day, you see, you know what I mean? Depending where you are, you see the sun. Depending where you are, you see the moon, you see some of the stars, and whatever is out there in the heavens. Heaven and earth has not passed. So what the hell are they doing talking about the law is done away with? You know what I mean? And we bought it hook, line, and sinker. Hook, line, and sinker, man. And we just don't understand how can it be a church on every corner. How could be a church all over America? And you mean to tell me that all those people are wrong? This them talking to I.S.U.P.K. You mean to tell me that not it's not one good church? It's not one good, all of them can't be wrong now. Well, we here to say all of them are wrong.
That's right.
All the denominations are wrong. Every corner, from the littlest church to the little down home country church, shotgun church, one way in, one way out. They humble. They don't stud. They don't be studying all that money and trying to be pimping their members and everything. We say we know that according to the Yahushua Christ, they wrong also.
That's right.
And they better change up before judgment comes. And to the mega churches with 20,000 members in it, all the way up into there, they wrong also. Talking about the law done away with. You better stop lying. You better stop trying to add and take away from the word before your name get taken out. Before you don't even make it to the kingdom at all. Heaven and earth is still here. What are we even talking about? You know what I mean? That should be the whole class right there. But you should close the book and dismiss it right there. That's all we need. But we got to keep on drilling into these to the head. That's what the Most High want. He already know what we come through as people, and we, you know what I'm saying. We're gonna make sure our people learn every day. You know what I mean? Learn this truth until the 144 is woken up. Keep on reading.
Come on, sir. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law, till all be fulfilled. Verse 19.
Hold on real quick. What you saying, Apache?
No, you had a comment for Officer Cause, Officer 1,000 that one stat. He said, damn right, priest. Them pastors are still living the MLK dream, continuing to lead our people into a burning building. Come.
Right. Come. You already know. And that's another one. MLK, they put him up as Christ. MLK not Christ, man. Malcolm X is not Christ. Tupac is not Christ. You feel me? You know what I mean? Like real, like they you know what I mean? That's what they build a foundation off of. You know what I mean? But it's all a trick bag. It's all a game in the end. You know what I mean? That's what Esau. That's what your enemy wants you to do. They want you to look up at to MLK like he's a Christ-like figure. You know what I mean? But when you pull back the layers of his life, you see that he was not a man of God at all. You know what I mean? Like the whole world, we looking at the statue of Martin Luther King, we celebrating King Day. You know what I mean? I had just went to a restaurant the other day, and it was an old time old restaurant in Atlanta, one of the oldest restaurants in Atlanta. I took a few pictures, and and they got King all everywhere in those pictures. You know what I mean? He's adored on this earth, man. You know what I mean? And with your eyes, without being in the truth, you thinking you looking at a man of God, a martyr for the Most High. And no, he was not. That's why you gotta get this milk on to this meat to figure out who and what makes a man of God / woman. Because Martin Luther King, because you think Martin Luther King a man of God, you don't know the truth, and the truth is not in you. You know what I'm saying? And we're not talking grease about nobody. We just already know, according to what we're reading right now about the law. That Martin Luther King preached the law. Oh no, he didn't. Did he know about the law? He know a little bit about the law. His daddy go all the way back. Daddy King go all the way back to the commandment keepers or whatnot. But he didn't push the law. Keep on reading.
Verse 19. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments.
Whoa, hold on, man. These some judgments coming down now. These some judgments coming down. So what I think it is that everybody's so caught up in the majority rules. You know what I mean? That's what that's what your God is. That's what you think is godly. You think that when everybody jumping out of brick, when everybody going for something, then that makes it a godly thing. When did the Lord ever say that the majority, the things that are esteemed upon this earth is what he rolling with? He never said that. Where y'all get that from? The Lord ain't never say, well, oh yeah, everybody going for that, so everybody believes in it, so it makes it right. Not at all. It don't make it right. You know what I'm saying? Because Christ is already explaining this right here. They talking about, matter of fact, they talking about the Christ talking about whoever break one of these least commandments. These Negroes say you ain't got to follow no commandment. They doubling down. Go ahead and read that back over.
Come, sir. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so.
Who do that? Who does that? Who does that? Break one of these least commandments and also teach men so. You already know what we talk about, your pastor, your preacher, your reverend, your bishop.
Come.
Your deacon. You know what I mean? Because you know what? There ain't no man of God. You thought there was a man of God. Yeah, you thought there was a man of God. Go ahead. What you saying?
Like Yahanna.
Uh-huh.
They say that it's that you can eat pork and you can eat pork. How do they say it? Oh, what God has cleaned, let no man
put us on.
Yes.
Put us on.
Right.
So
so they teach men to sin all the time by saying the law is done away with.
Exactly. You know what I mean? You have church. At the church, we have in the banquet hall, we got plates already made up. You know what I mean? And they're gonna ask you want a pork chop or not. You know what I mean? If anybody not eating pork in the church, it's because for health reasons. That's it. It ain't for the Most High. It ain't because they godly or whatnot. Oh, you don't eat pork, sister John? You know what I mean? Ain't nothing wrong with a little pork now. You know what I mean? This is what's going on in the church, man. You know what I mean? But Yahushua say he about to say what's gonna happen. Go ahead and read.
Come. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven.
Shall be called the what?
He shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven.
The least in the kingdom of heaven. What's the least in the kingdom of heaven, man? That's somebody that got to clean up all the dung from all the animals. You feel me? I'm just giving a quick example. It's probably way more least things than that in the kingdom of heaven. When this thing is all said and done, they're going to be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. Did they explain that to you? They explain that to you. That's what I'm telling you. What you think you know with your eyes, what you think you know what the godly person is, what a godly man or woman is, you don't know. Get that out your mind. You know what I mean? And I know when you start learning the truth or whatnot, it's still going to be some layers you're going to have to pull back. And some things you have to get explained to you and understanding on. But they are not a man or a woman of God. Go ahead, keep on reading.
Colonel and Khan, sir. But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same
Whoever
shall
shall do,
be.
hold on. Whoever shall do what?
But whosoever shall do and teach them.
Who does that? Who does that? Because we know all these churches, you know what I mean? Like, if you do a tally just in your little small town of how many churches it is, they all come up under Christianity. I don't care about the denomination. Ain't nobody teaching that. You know what I mean? If anybody teaching a little thing, they got their cherry picking stuff. 7-day Adventures. They go to church on a Sabbath day. They think y'all ain't nothing like us. Y'all ain't in the truth. Just because you go to church on a Saturday, I think Jehovah's Witness, Officer Mawashah, Jehovah's Witnesses go to church on Saturdays too, right? You still there?
Oh, right. I think they do. I think they go on Saturdays or Sundays and Sundays.
Okay. Your mama may have you too deep in there, huh?
Salakia.
I know the Seventh-day Adventists. I think they go on Saturdays.
Yeah, they go on Saturday and they think they doing something. Oh, Jehovah's Witnesses, they don't celebrate birthdays and some of the holidays. They think they're doing something. You know what I mean? Down to the Mormons, whatever. But they got one law. You know what I mean? That is not teaching the law. That is not in the truth at all. Keep on reading.
Khan. But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven.
Shall be called what?
The same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven.
The I.S.U.P.K. Do and teach them. They do and teach them. We damn sure teaching them, and if we found out that you in here, that you teaching and you don't do them, then you will be sat down and will be we will be dealt with on a spiritual level. Because you know what I mean, because we're not trying to be hypocrites in here at all. We're not hypocrites in here. You know what I mean? The I.S.U.P.K. is pushing that law.
God.
You know what I mean? But you let your pastor and your bishop and all them finesse, and your teacher finesse you into saying the law is impossible. It can't be done. It can't be done away with. You know what I mean? That's what I used to be thinking. You know what I mean? That law, I'm glad that law done away with. This thing is impossible to do. But you don't even know what the law is. The law is nothing but simply explaining what sin is.
Right.
You know what I mean? You talking about the law done away with? That means you go rape, kill, destroy, be homosexual, all that type of stuff. You know what I mean? That's the law, bro. That's the law. And those things don't go anywhere. And it's not open to any interpretation. Go ahead, we gotta get that verse 20 in there too, because they hear who's gonna be the least in the kingdom of heaven or who's gonna be the greater. So somebody might be thinking, well, you know, if I ain't teach the law and I be the least in the kingdom of heaven, I'll be all right. I'll be a little dong scooper. You know what I'm saying? That's what they thinking. But go ahead. Verse 20 got something for you.
Khan, sir. The book of Matthew, chapter 5 and verse 20. For I say unto you, that except your righteousness shall exceed the righteousness of the scribes and Philistines.
Pharisees.
Salakia. Pharisees.
Right. So who are the scribes and the Pharisees? Now, the scribes and the Pharisees, we compare a lot of Christian pastors to them right now, but they're not exactly them. Today's Christianity pastors, Muslim mosque leaders, whatnot, imams, whatnot, we compare them to the scribes and the Pharisees of that time, but they're not quite them, because the scribes and the Pharisees knew the law, and they definitely was pushing the law now, and they were hypocrites of the law for sure, and doing traditions of men, but they knew their law. So the Lord saying, if your righteousness don't even exceed them, which is somebody who's pushing the law but is a hypocrite. You know what I mean? So what is your judgment? So how do you? What I meant to say is, how do you compare to somebody that you're listening to, do you think is a man or a woman of God, who's telling you the law is done away with? They don't even, they're not even giving you a chance to even have the law at all. You know what I mean? This is that judgment that's gonna come. Go ahead.
Con. Ye shall in no case enter into the kingdom of heaven.
You shall what?
Ye shall in no case enter into the kingdom of heaven.
Right, they setting you up. They're getting you past the trick bag. They getting to where you can't even come into the kingdom, and you shall in no case enter into the kingdom of heaven at all. That's pretty scary business right there, man. You know what I mean? Because just think about it now. Scribes and the Pharisees, they knew that law now. They knew the law. They raised in the law. These guys, these so-called men of God and women of God these days, they don't even they tell you don't even worry about the law. Don't even look at it. Matter of fact, get a Bible with only the New Testament in it, and you good to go. You know what I mean? And then cherry pick the scriptures out of there. This is what they doing. You know what I'm saying? They getting you set up to where you can't even in no case enter into the kingdom of heaven. You know what I mean? So so that's what we're here for. We're here to shed all that off. That you have not. We let you know that you ain't seen no man of God. You ain't seen no woman of God. You know what I mean? I don't care what charity they done gave. I don't care they doggone when y'all was hungry, they gave you some potato chips or even help you with your light bill or whatnot or anything. You know what I mean? Had an altar call and everybody took up an offering for you to help you get back on your feet. Whatever the case may be, you graduate from high school or military, they gave you a good gift because you've been a long time member of the church. Man, forget all that, man. They are not no men or women of the Most High of God at all. You know what I mean? And that, we definitely want to establish that with Christ's words for sure. Matter of fact, we're gonna show you what the priest supposed to be doing. Pick me up in Malachi 2:7. You know what I mean? Because now we know because the Lord said He don't change yesterday, today, and forever. That's what they keep on want to show us, and they want to convince us how the Lord supposed to be changing or whatnot. And my question is, when did the Lord change? He never changed. So we can get a scripture in Malachi, and so what you call the Old Testament, and it'd be valid right now. This is what the priest supposed to be doing. You go ahead and bring it out, Malachi 2:7.
Con, sir. The book of Malachi, chapter 2 and verse 7. For the priest's lips should keep knowledge, and they should seek the law at his mouth.
Seek the what?
For they should seek the law at his mouth.
Man, y'all ain't. That's what I'm telling. That's what I'm trying to prove tonight's class. Y'all ain't never seen a man or a woman of God, man. Y'all ain't never seen no man of God. Get that out your head, erase that, man. You know what I mean? What you think you seen, you haven't seen, and what you see in here, and you don't understand, you got to get it down packed, man. You got to understand. You're just now seeing. You may be 30-something years old. You may be 40-something years old, even older than that, or even younger than that. And this is your first time ever seeing a true man of the Most High, ever. You know what I'm saying? All that church, all those choir practices, all that praying you did, all that speaking in tongues that you did, all that holy church, holy dancing that you did. And you might have been a mime in the church. Why they doing that these days? Y'all see that in the church these days? They be bringing the little mimes in, doing the little thing, right? You know what I mean? You seen that in the posh? They bring mimes into the church. Mind, M-I-N-D. The little mimes, the paint, the face painted white, and they don't speak. They just act out what they call it? Yeah. The dancers. Spiritual dancers. Y'all be seeing that?
Like Assassin's Creed and shit like that. I be seeing that shit sometimes. They'll bring up on the internet.
Right. You see the faith dancers. You see the faith dancers. You should be bringing all type of stuff in. You know what I mean? Making people cry, touching people or whatnot. But that's not of the Lord at all. The Lord ain't never tell us to do that. Y'all ain't doing nothing but wasting time. Y'all ain't doing nothing but having a slave old time. Hey, you know what I mean? And we here to break these chains off, man. We tired of all that slave business. All that slave stuff, man. For real, like, you know what I mean? Church ain't nothing. That's all church is, man. It's time to doggone it's time to come to the Most High according to truth and knowledge, not just some little zeal you got for him. Praise him with your lips as only. Keep on reading.
Common sir. Book of Malachi, chapter 2 and verse 7. For the priest's lips should keep knowledge, and they should seek the law at his mouth. For he is the messenger of the Lord of hosts.
For he is the messenger of the Lord of hosts, man. Real, that's a telltale sign of somebody sent for the Lord, man. Real. You trying to wonder what your pastor say? You trying to get counseling from your pastor, your priest, at a church or whatnot, and you don't even realize you getting a doggone counseling from Satan, man. That man don't even know what tribe he come from. He don't even know nothing about the law. He don't even have a chance to be a messenger of the Lord. But you're gonna take everything hook, line, and sinker, man. When we are, you know what I mean, and we all fell for it also. We all fell for it. What happened when they come in here in the posh? We got rap music playing. You know what I mean? We the I.S.U.P.K, we make our own rap music. You see that masculinity spirit. Right. You know what I mean? We don't have no tambourines in here or nothing like that. We don't have no drums or whatnot. You see militant men. You see men, or you see a ranking order system. You know what I mean? And you don't understand that. You don't understand that. You thinking that we trying to you don't know what to put your finger on, how to put your finger on it. But you need to go back into the law, because once again, you never seen a man of the Most High. You never seen a woman of the Most High until now. That's it, man. Yeah, that's it on that. Whole Isaiah 30 and 9. But I also want to get into when people come into here, they see the way we dress, right? They see the way we dress, and that's with the women and also the men. So
Salakia Adawan.
Go ahead.
I was telling this sister about the school, and she said, "Why y'all got a sign that say no cowards?" I said, was Yahushua a coward? And she ain't say nothing. But I was like, wow,
Right, yeah, go over their head, right? Because what's the meaning of the word fear? Does the Lord accept fear, or does he accept faith? Because even the church, even the Christian pastor will tell you the opposite of fear is faith, right? They'll break that down for you. But they don't understand when we say no cowards. The Most High don't want no coward at all. He expects you that, you know what I mean? You in the woods by yourself and a doggone lion come up against you, man. He don't expect no fear. If the Most High with you, if you truly know who Yahweh is, you don't expect none of that. We're not saying you have to go through that type of extreme, but the Most High don't want no cowards at all. He doesn't accept that. That means you're scared of something. That means you're giving your power away to something. That means you're not trusting into him. If you don't know the Lord, you don't trust in the Lord, yes, you're scared. Yes, you're a coward. And he will spew you and expel you out.
Come.
You know what I mean? Pick me up. Yeah, that's what I found it. First Maccabees. First Maccabees 14 and 9.
Come.
Because they don't understand when they walk up. They see the women. The women got the modest apparel on, and they got the fringes on. We have our garments on. In the 20th century, the 21st century, they thinking that we Power Rangers. These folks got the Bible. They some of these folks done read the Bible. They've been dealing with the Bible and Christianity all their life, and they don't even know how a man of the Lord is supposed to be dressed at all. They have no clue at all. They never heard that. Well, you're exposing yourself. You never heard of a fringes with a border of blue. You never heard of the garments. You're exposing yourself. How you don't know the Bible at all. And you need to sit down and learn. You know what I mean? And don't teach a damn thing. Matter of fact, don't teach nothing. You know what I mean? Humble yourself and find out what this is. And don't be laughing at the prophets or anything, because this is what a man of the Lord looks like. That's how you ain't recognize it, because you ain't never seen no man of the Lord. That's how you ain't recognize what their sister had on. Why they got their head wrapped up, because you ain't never seen a woman of the Lord. Go ahead.
Come. First Maccabees, chapter 14 and verse 9. The ancient men sat all in the streets, communing together of good things, and the young men put on glorious and warlike apparel.
And what?
And warlike apparel.
Warlike apparel. Some of our garments are warlike apparel. You know what I mean? They're intimidating. They're not a three-piece suit from Brook Brothers. You know what I'm saying? We don't have a tie on. We say that for interviews, trying to get a slavery or something. But when we doing the Most High business, we don't have no doggone tie or no sissy looking collar, fake Catholic priest collar on either. You know what I mean? We have garments with fringes of the border of blue.
Come.
That's what we have. Somebody put me a precept on fringes real fast, just in case there's somebody listening that's not sure about the fringes. We gotta, we already talked this. Showed you how the law is not done away with. They see those fringes and they don't understand what it is at all. They'll pull me the one of forever in our generations. Right, you know what I mean? Because it's not just the fringes, it's the fringes with the border of blue, man. And you know what I mean? You come to our feast days, you come to our Passover, that's how you're going to see. You know what I mean? That's how you recognize a man of the Lord, putting it on our garments.
Come, sir.
Got it?
Come.
All right, bring it out for me and read
the book of Numbers, chapter 15 and verse 38. I think this is the one you want, Adawan. I may be, correct me if I'm wrong, though, sir.
All right,
Come. Numbers, chapter 15 and verse 38. Speak unto the children of Israel and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments.
Right. Hold on real quick. Yeah, bid them now. Convince them that they make the children of Israel, so-called black, Hispanic, Native Americans, that we wear fringes on the border of our garments. You know what I mean? Somebody, I was saying, you because you already know when you wear it around your family, or you going to a feast day or something, and you wearing your garments, and women wearing their dresses, and then everybody asks, "What's that?" Even a pastor may ask, "What's that?" You know what I mean? Because the Most High ain't dealing with them, but go keep on reading what he said.
Come, sir. And bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garment throughout their generations.
What's the last book of the Old Testament? Malachi? Is it Malachi? Let's say it's Malachi. Bid them to the book of Malachi, and then that's it.
Throughout their generations.
Until when Christ comes, when Christ died on the cross and resurrect, that's when it's over with.
Throughout their generations.
Throughout their generations, man. Keep on reading. That's it on that.
Come. And that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
A border, a ribbon of blue, man. That's what the Most High. That's how. That's a dress code with the men and women of the Lord. You know what I mean? Don't let anybody deceive you. It's a dietary law. It's a dress code. Everything dealing with the Most High. Because these people like to think. These people like to play with the Lord. They want to go to court. They want to go to their job, their slavery. They want to go to the school. There's a dress code. There's a policy book, and they'll learn that and buy and play within those policies of that. But when it comes to the Most High Yahweh, the supreme being that gave life to everything on this earth, you think you can play with him and come to him any type of way? You can think you can say anything to him. You think he ain't got no dress code? You know what I mean? You think he ain't got no policy book? You know what I mean? But you let a doggone a false, a pseudo man of God tell you that. You know what I mean? That's why you should be thanking. You should be thanking the Most High every day that you found the truth, man. That you know what the truth is, because you could be in that foolishness all the way to your death date, thinking that's the way to go, man. You know what I mean? That's it on that.
Come, sir.
All right, okay. You still holding Isaiah 30 and 9?
Come, sir.
All right, yeah, bring it out. Isaiah 39 through 10.
Come, sir. Was
But,
it Isaiah?
hold on. Before you bring that out, also the way we bring it out, we also bring out the law. I.S.U.P.K, we be pushing law. This Wednesday night law class and everything. But what our people want, our people don't want that. Our people don't want to be chastised. Our people don't want us to show them the correct way. We do it because the Most High said do it. You know what I mean? But who's the churches who thrive? Who are the pastors and the bishops who thrive out there? Those are the ones who cater to the people, tell the people what they want to hear. Just like in the Israelite groups, they may have you just like IUIC. They may have you not celebrating Christmas and all that, and somebody coming out of Christian church, they thinking that's just a world of a difference. Oh, I done found something. But them boys be teaching follies and everything, talking about a man can only have one wife. Now it's up to that man preferences, but they changing the word of the Most High.
That's right.
So that's another thing that's sweet to the women's ears. You know what I'm saying? Will increase them numbers and bring more people in or whatnot. Right. And then when more people mean more money, more resources, bigger salary for that head, for that leader, and for that board of church, the church board. So go ahead and bring out that Isaiah verse.
Salaki Adawan, was that Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 9?
Yes, through 10.
Come, sir. That this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord.
Right, that's always been a problem. It's always been a problem, even when we knew who you was down to the tribe. You know what I mean? We be saying what them heathens, they know, just like an Asian know where they going back to the 10th dynasty, who they are. You know what I mean? Somebody that's Irish, they know they shield of they know their family history going back thousands of years ago. But we also was like that at one time. What we reading about, and we still was hard-headed, stiff-necked people. You know what I mean? We were children that would refuse to hear the law of the Lord, and that's what we is. And what you think going on right now? We it's a double whammy. We didn't even know who we. First of all, we don't know who we are. We had to get brought into the church, into the truth, just to know who we are according to the Bible. But then when you teaching them, we don't even want to hear the law at all. Go ahead and start. The children that would not what?
Come, sir. Children that will not hear the law of the Lord.
Verse 10.
Would say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things.
To prophesy not unto us what?
Prophesy not unto us right things.
No, because they love that juicy crab. Y'all seen the juicy crawfish? Y'all seen that restaurant? They got a juicy crawfish, man.
Yeah.
I mean, our people love clam chowder. And let's not even get on the pig. Like Fred, like our people don't even know that there's a beef rib that you can make. Our people don't even know that's beef sausage and beef bacon. You know what I mean? You bring it to their household, they were like, we didn't even know the cow can make bacon. It can be made into bacon. We didn't even know it could be a beef sausage. What is this? This tastes so funny. I gotta get used to that. You know what I'm saying? But they don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear ain't no pork or whatnot. They don't want to hear that.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's the same way. Keep on reading.
Come, sir. Prophesy not unto us right things. Speak unto us smooth things. Prophesy deceits.
Prophesy what?
Prophesy deceits.
Right. The law is done away with. Is what?
Prophesy deceits.
You can eat shrimp, crab, and lobsters, and anything you want is what?
Prophesy deceits.
That's right. That's what they want to hear. That's what they want. That's what the people want. That's what the majority want. You know what I mean? And the most people gonna be like the blind lead the blind. One jump, they jump out. Everybody jump out the cliff. I'm jumping out the cliff too. That's why the Most High always gonna keep that remnant though. He gonna keep that remnant of the prophets. He gonna keep that remnant of people that's in the truth, that's following him. Yeah, because that's how this Bible. That's how this Bible gonna keep. That's how this law gonna keep going. You know what I mean? Because of that. Because people gonna be born right back into the earth and keep on running right into a ditch. And that's what the Lord said it. The Lord said that's what the people want to hear, even when we knew what we was. You think it's a beautiful thing that you find out who you was, but I'm trying to tell you, brother and sister, our people back in the day, in the biblical, and what times we reading about, that we knew exactly who we were, and still turned against the Most High, man, because we are doggone stiff-necked people. You know what I'm saying? So whether we were born in it or to cattle slavery, you know what I mean? The people want to hear. They want they type of pastor to prophesy deceits and prophesy smooth things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I want to hear that. I want to hear that what kind of doctrine that you get a lot of money that they say there's a blessing coming.
Salakia one.
Go ahead.
The prosperity gospel.
Yeah, that's why we're looking for the They want to hear that prosperity doctrine. They want to hear that inclusive doctrine. They want to hear that it don't matter what you do, the Lord gonna love you doctrine. They want to hear that the Lord gonna take you however you is doctrine. You know what I mean? The Lord, they want to hear that the Lord don't care whoever you love. You can be a homosexual, or you can love a heathen that's not of your race, and the Lord still gonna love you. They want to hear those deceits, man.
Salakia.
Go ahead.
If I may, I want the naming and claiming.
That's right. Naming and claiming. I claim that. I claim that Mercedes. In Jesus' name. That's what they want to do. You know what I mean? The naming and claiming movement. But that stuff don't be, but as you see, that stuff don't last number 2-3 years and get pushed on out of there on to the next thing. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Okay. That's why people want to see. They want to see that dancing and folly and foolishness in the church. They want to see you paint your face white and have a dance team and a dance squad all in the church. You know what I mean? They want to see you fall out and pass out all in the church. They want to hear that music that make you cry in the church. But when you come to talk about that law, no, we can't take it. They can't take it. So that's why we showing you the difference between a man and the Lord, and because you ain't never seen one. I know I ain't never seen one until about a 30-some-odd years old. Until I came into the I.S.U.P.K, man, I'm telling you, man, I thought I ain't never seen no man of God, a man or woman, a woman of God, until I came into the I.S.U.P.K. I promise you that, man. And our grandmothers and our grandfathers and the people from the past, they were some great people. And we put them up as being very close to the Lord, because a lot of our grandmothers stayed in church. They stayed talking about the Lord. Yeah, but they did the best they could according to the knowledge that they had, I suppose. But even them, they're not men or women of the Lord. You know what I mean? You trying to put your candle up to your grandmama when you need a dog gonna be putting your candle up to the sisters in the I.S.U.P.K, to the brothers in the I.S.U.P.K. That, you know what I mean? To those that push the law and also do the law. That's what you need. That's what you need to be putting your measurement up to. You know what I'm saying? That's it on that's it on that. Drop that and get me 1 Corinthians 3:18.
Come, sir.
Yeah, 1 Corinthians 3:18, because that's another thing about this education, because these people go through theologian school, and what happens when you got a lot of major churches, or even just regular sized churches. They get very close to people that are educated. People that go into the military, Esau's military. You know what I mean? People that have a lot of credentials in this world, according to the man's education. These people are praised, man. I'm telling you. You know what I mean? That's why a lot of our women, they think that them getting an education trumps them actually being the true essence of a woman. And we'll tell a woman, like, you can have a PhD and a BA and a master's and all that is cool, but if you do not listen to your man, you know what I mean, we'll take a high school dropout over that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't even have to. You could have dropped out in 6th grade, as long as you could listen and be subjective and have a type of mind to be willing to learn. Keep that PhD, keep that doctorate.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Keep that master, keep that education, because that's foolishness to us. You know what I'm saying? And just like a man, let's go to the men. A man that have all those high degrees, he got about 4 or 5 degrees, summa cum laude in his class or whatnot. But you ask him, who are you? What's your nationality? The Negro can't even answer you. He black, he Christian, he everything. He don't know what tribe he come from. He don't know none of that. For real. So what's the use of that knowledge, man? What's the use of that knowledge? The Lord put you here for that? Now definitely. Nobody said we commend all honorable things, but we gotta have proper balance. You know what I mean? Because I push my children. We all push all our children. We push those in the I.S.U.P.K. to get the go into this education and get and learn and to thrive in this education. But don't be thinking that trumps everything. Yeah. Woman, that don't make you. Man, that don't make you either. Because you don't know a damn thing if you don't know this truth.
That's right.
And you will see that beginning. It may not look that way today, but but it's coming. That's what they said. That's what they said to Noah too. Oh, it's gonna rain. It's sunny today. It's sunny today. Noah, see you over there building that boat. You building that boat. It's sunny. It's sunny. It ain't raining doggone 100 years. Yeah, it's that way. But when it rains, it's over with. The door is shut. All that meant nothing. So don't never get puffed up on your knowledge, man. Don't never get puffed up on the ways of this world, tradition of men. Get that, learn all those angles. Nobody's stopping you from that. We're not telling you to do that. But the thing that trumps all that is the truth and the knowledge of the Most High, man.
That's right.
So go ahead and bring that out.
Come on, sir. The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 3 and verse 16.
18.
Salakia, verse 18. Let no man deceive himself.
Right.
If any man among you seemeth to be wise in this world.
Hold on. If any man among you seemeth to be wise in this world, how many people know some people like that? And you might have been one of those type of people yourself before you came into the truth. Yeah. You seem to be wise in this world. Ask such and such about this issue. What should I do in this issue? You know what I'm saying? You going to them about marital issues and everything, because they seem it to be wise in this world. Keep on reading.
Come. Let him become a fool that he may be wise.
Let him become a what?
Let him become a fool that he may be wise.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's a lot of us that come into the truth right now. A lot of brothers that sin amongst you right now, even me. You know what I mean? I thought my stuff didn't stink in the world. You know what I'm saying? I thought I had learned all. I thought I had went through all the levels and learned what I need to learn in the world. You know what I'm saying? But the Most High woke me up and I became a fool so I can learn again. I become like a baby so I can be retaught again, like I never knew nothing, man. Like my mom and daddy never taught me nothing. Like I ain't never spent a day at church or nothing. You know what I'm saying? I became a fool so I can learn again. Keep on reading 19.
Come on. For the wisdom of this world is foolishness with God.
What? Say that one more time.
For the wisdom of this world is foolishness with God.
Right. So sisters and brothers, mainly spoken to the sisters, don't never trust so much into your education, Or if you only have education, you may have education at your job, where you rose above the ranks at your job, and you're doing a great and excellent job, and you depending on that, not depending, but you puffed up on that and thinking that's something. You know what I mean? Most High in Christ for your accomplishments, but that's not everything, sister. That's not everything, brother.
That's right.
Yeah. Because the wisdom of this world, you may think you learned something deep. Oh, that's deep. You know what I mean? What happened? We in 2023, so probably about just within the last 20 years, the internet has started. And we've been in the age of information. There's been things coming in and out of the earth. People can Google things. My little child can go Google this and find out the facts on this. So, you know what I mean? Everybody think they got a little wisdom or got some of the wisdom at their hands, they smartphone or whatnot. But what the Lord say, the wisdom of this world is what?
For the wisdom of this world is foolishness with God.
Right, the wisdom of this world, that's okay. But the wisdom of the world is foolishness with of God. Because your pastor, he been through all the theologian schools. He had that fancy little dress robe he got on. He got his certificates that he studied here, and he got his degree here. But it's foolishness to the Most High, man. It ain't nothing unto the Most High, man. And you shouldn't. And when it comes to spiritual issues, you shouldn't listen to them about anything. Now you trying to fill out a FICA form. You trying to get into college and get some grant and get some doggone scholarship money. Then go to them then. You know what I mean? Check them out. How to get into college. Take his word for him on that. But when it comes to the knowledge, the true knowledge of the Most High, that Negro don't know nothing. Your pastor don't know nothing, man. Forget those certificates. Forget those degrees. Forget that fancy robe. Forget that coalition of clergy he belongs to. It's nothing. It's foolishness according to the Most High. You about to say something, young man, Abishai?
No, sir. I agree with you 100%.
Let's get it. All right, keep on reading.
Con, sir. For it is written, he taketh the wise in their own craftiness.
Verse 20.
Con. And again, the Lord knoweth the thoughts of the wise, that they are vain.
They are what?
That they are vain.
They are vain, man. These people are so puffed up, and you got the internet. You can search anything. You can get to the bottom of a lot of things. People are puffed up. The wise are puffed up, man. And they have you seeming very. They have you trying to doggone they have you trying to eat out their palms, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the Lord said it's vanity. It's nothing what they know, man. And it's gonna be on. You have to use this as your job, school, dealing with your family members or whatnot. You know what I mean? Because what they're gonna look at? They're gonna look at what you drive, what kind of house you got. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be looking at all that. But you know, people, that's great. Those are good things. But you shouldn't trust. You shouldn't trust in that, because all they can be taken away.
That's right.
At any given moment, the Most High is on the throne. All that stuff can be taken away. You know what I mean? We done seen it happen over and over and over and over again. You do all that training, you do all that education just for it to get taken away. You know what I mean? Just for you to fall. Keep on reading. 21.
Con, sir. Therefore, let no man glory in men, for all things are yours.
Right. No glory in men. And it may be easier said than done. But you can't get caught up. You can't get caught up in the ways of the world. You can't get caught up in that at all, because of those things that are highly esteemed among men. You gotta watch that. You gotta watch that highly esteemed. Let me matter of fact, I keep on mentioning it. Let me see. Okay, I got it. Put me up at 1 Thessalonians 5. 1 Thessalonians 5:3. Oh, hold on. Let me see. Salakia. Because I'm trying to get the verse where the Lord say, the things that are highly esteemed among men are abomination to the Most High.
Come on, sir.
Abomination. Right, I'm gonna find it, but my point. So like my point on that is that the things that the majority goes with, the things that the majority goes with, you gotta watch that. You know what I mean? Where everybody agree, something that everybody agree upon. Everybody agree upon that Christ is white. Everybody agree that everybody can be saved. That the Lord loves everybody. You know what I mean? That race does not matter. Your color doesn't. You know what I mean? Your family, where you come from, whoever you was in the past, and finding out who you was, your heritage, that don't matter. You got to watch that type of stuff because those things are highly esteemed among men. And it does matter.
Come on, sir. I have it.
Go ahead, bring it out. For what? Where is it at?
The book of Luke, chapter 16 and verse 15.
Okay, that's right. Go ahead, bring it out for me so we can prove that point.
Come on, sir. The book of Luke, chapter 16 and verse 15. And he said unto them, ye are they which justify yourselves before men, but God knoweth your hearts. For that which is highly esteemed amongst men is abomination in the sight of God.
Go ahead, read that last part again for the what?
Come. For that which is highly esteemed amongst men is abomination in the sight of God.
Right, let me tell you, though, what's high esteemed among men is that the law is done away with. You can eat anything you want. You can marry anything you want to. Any sexual preference you want to have, you can have. You know what I mean? We're in the middle. We're in the middle of the transgender episode to where the people that just regular, the people that's regular gay probably gonna be saying one day, well, they were just regular gay. They wasn't transgender. Man, they prepping our kids to have a boys and a girls and also a transgender bathroom in elementary, man. You know what I'm saying? These are the things that are highly esteemed among men. They don't want you to talk about that type of stuff. They are very well protected and other things. They very well protected, man. You know what I mean? So you got to watch that. You got to watch that. What's highly esteemed among men. You know what I mean? Because a man or a woman of the Lord is always when you speak what the Lord said do, people gonna hate you. People gonna be against you. If everybody is on your side and with you, what you pushing, not saying 100% of the time, but like I'm gonna say 95% of the time, if people are with you and what you pushing, and you don't have no enemies and nobody scoffing against you, more than likely the Lord against you, brother. The Lord against you, sister. Because those that are highly esteemed among men is an abomination. That means the Lord hated in the earth. The inclusion. The Lord loves everybody. You know what we teach is 12, but we teach according to the Bible. 12 tribes of Israel, only 12 tribes could be saved. The Christ was only talking to the 12 tribes. The whole Bible, this whole book is we all know it's written by the Most High, but it's only to the 12 tribes of Israel. That's it. Other than that, it's a novelty to everybody else. That's it.
So like
You know
that one.
Go ahead.
I got a precept, if I may.
To that esteem?
For broad is the way that leads to destruction.
Okay, go ahead. Bring it out.
The book of Matthew, chapter 7 and verse 13. Enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat.
Right, yeah, many that go in. That's why I'm saying you can't get caught up in the trick bag.
That's right.
You can't keep on thinking that I'm not as special that the Lord, you know what I mean, that you can't do what the minority is doing. You got to be set apart on this earth. You know what I mean? If you're just a dime a dozen, you ain't worth it. If you got a rib that's a dime a dozen, she's just like the rest of them. How easy is she to be replaced? But if she's a valuable woman, not a dime a dozen, or one out of a dozen, you're gonna be thinking twice about replacing her because you already know you're gonna have to search far and long to replace that woman.
Come.
You know what I mean? So you know what I mean. That's what value is. That's what creates value. That's what makes diamonds valuable. Because you can't just dig up in your backyard, or dig up under your yard and find a diamond, man. Platinum. That's what makes platinum so expensive. And all the precious metals of the earth, because you know what I mean, you can't find them. Believe me, that gravel, y'all know what gravel look like. You can find gravel any doggone well. You know what I mean? You can find clay any doggone well. But the minute that thing becomes very rare, the price will shoot past platinum. The price will shoot past gold.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And that's what you want to do. You want to be that precious jewel tried in the fire, man. You know what I mean? You don't want to be the gravel on the earth. You don't want to be the black top on the earth. I can see that anywhere. You know what I'm saying? That's what everybody doing. And that's nothing special with that. And the Most High ain't dealing with that at all.
That's right.
All right. So there's so much to get to on this subject. It's so broad as far as a real man and a woman of the Lord. But I also want to get on this marriage issue. Because when you go to your pastor, when you go to your priest, when you go to your deacon, you go to your counselor in the church about marital issues, they're the reason why a lot of our households are broken up. They're the reason why a lot of our people are caught up in adultery. They're the reason why a lot of the curses are coming down upon the house of Israel. And our people got to know the difference on that. You know what I mean? We can't do what we want to do. We can't go with our feelings. You know what I mean? Because the Most High is going to hold us accountable to that. We can't make vows to the Lord. And we got to know what marriage is. Sex is marriage. If you didn't know that, we'll give you the breakdown. But the thing is that when a pastor or a priest, or not, what a pastor or bishop says that they laugh when we tell them that sex is marriage. So you mean to tell me you could sleep around, you could do a 30 for 30 and just pick the best out of that. And then now you marry, huh? So what is your body worth? The Most High ain't dealing with that. Sex is very sacred to the Most High.
That's right.
He ain't saying go sleep with everybody, go sleep with 30 people, and then y'all gonna see who the best out of that, who makes you feel good. Then make that your spouse. Whoever got the best combination out that 30, from elementary to middle school to college to your professional life, you done been with 30, 50 people. Whoever got the best combination and the best attitude out of that, then make that your spouse. The Lord ain't say no mess like that. But that's what the pastors and the reverend is pushing, man. And that's what it's pushing our women into whoredom, pushing our men into adultery, to be whoremongers. You know what I mean? And pushing us into deeper and deeper into the curses of Deuteronomy 28.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Really, you thought there was a man of the Lord. There was nothing, man. They led you into a burning bush, man. You know what I mean? They broke up their household. Do you know how precious it is for a so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American household? And these reverends and pastors are breaking it up because these women and sometimes these men are hanging on every word they have to say. You know what I mean? Y'all can't break up into the death. It's figuring out. You may wait. Let me tell you something. Wisdom is that you already know emotions. Don't get caught up in your emotions. You may wake up tomorrow and be in full depression. You may wake up tomorrow and feel happy. You may wake up tomorrow and fall out of love with your spouse. It may take 2-3 years for you to fall back into love. And when I talk about love, I'm talking about like that in love feeling with them, that fire and desire burning for them. It may take a minute to get back, but you don't have the right to break up with that person. That's how people begin killed. That's how people begin their head knocked off. And that's how people begin caught up and be cheating with their baby daddy, cheating with their ex and everything, because they thought they could just walk away from the situation, but it's also things that y'all created us, y'all connected on a spiritual level, a sacred level. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And you broke up with that person, and the chapter. Look, let me tell you something. The book ain't closed on that person. So after a while, you got with somebody else, but you still yearning for that other person, and you still creeping and tippy-toeing around and getting back with your ex.
Back and forth.
You're getting back with your ex or whatever, but you should have stayed with that person from the get-go. You know what I'm saying? But you listen to your wicked pastor, you listen to your wicked reverend.
Mm-hmm.
Now you out here struggling with multiple kids or whatnot, thinking that you doing something, thinking that you liberated. You ain't doing nothing, man. And that goes for the men too. So we're gonna pick me up at we're gonna deal with marriage before we close it out. Pick me up at Mark 10. Mark 10, 12. Because who's mostly going to the pastor and the reverend about marital and relationship issues? Our women. No, we still got the men in the church for sure, but most of our women are in the church these days, and they hanging on. Even if they don't hang on to every word the pastor says, they will hang on to what the pastor said about that man. And then when they say get that Negro, get that nigga out of there, they gonna listen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Go ahead, bring that out for me.
Come, sir. The book of Mark, chapter 10 and verse 12. And if a woman shall put away her husband and be married to another, she committeth adultery.
Ain't that what's going on within the Christian church? The women putting away their husband and marrying another. You're gonna be an adulterous woman, and vice versa for the man. Yeah, the man can have both. The man can have multiple women, but if you just doggone that woman nagging me, she gaining too much weight. She lost too much weight. She got a health issue. She got this going on with her, and you say, I'm just tired of the witch. Whatever you want to call her. You tired of her. I don't have no more desire for her no more. You just put her away and you marry another Negro, you caught up in adultery also.
Come.
Your pastor ain't tell you that. That's the New Testament. Go ahead. What you about to say, young man?
Salaki Adawan, I wasn't about to say anything.
Okay. All right, yeah, I'm trying to bring up because that's what's going on in the Christian church. That they don't want to hear that verse. They say the Old Testament is done away with. Okay, let's deal with the New Testament. And then Mark 10, 12. If a woman shall put away her husband and be married to another one, she committed adultery. She's gonna be an adulterous woman.
That's right.
You know what I mean? You ain't supposed to be able to come into the church. They don't want to hear that. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Y'all ain't never have proper counseling from a man of the Lord. You never seen a man of the Lord until you came into the truth. Hit me up at Luke 16, 18. Just to double down on that.
Come. The book of Luke, chapter 16 and verse 18. Whosoever putteth away his wife and marrieth another committeth adultery.
Right, that's adultery, brother. That's adultery. I mean, we see that happen in the church. Your pastor on his third marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Pastor, right. What happened? Man, you know what I mean? She just wasn't part of the program. You know what I mean? Whatever little reason. But you put her away, man. She ain't slept with no other man. You just put her away. That ain't the man you need to be listening to at all. Keep on reading.
Come. Whosoever putteth away his wife and marrieth another committeth adultery. And whosoever marrieth her that is put away from her husband committeth adultery.
You're in trouble now. You know what I mean?
God.
Because that's what we're going on in the church. There's a whole bunch of mixing and mingling. That woman been put away from her husband.
Yeah.
And you still trying to go behind her and deal with her. You know what I mean? The best thing for you to do is come into the I.S.U.P.K and get proper counsel on how to move forward in these situations. You know what I mean? Before you touch that woman, before you be a woman, before you get involved with that man. You know what I mean? Because it's gonna be thing. No, nobody says it's gonna be gravy forever. Nobody said that woman ain't gonna nag you sometimes. Nobody said you may not get tired of your spouse or whatnot. You know what I mean? But is it justified? Do you really are you really ready to get destroyed by the Lord? Are you really get marked as an adulterer by the Lord? I think not. Right. Go. All right. Last one. 1 Corinthians 7:10. 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 10 through 11.
Common Con. The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 7 and verse 11.
7. Start at 10.
Common Con. Salakia, verse 10. And unto the married I command, yet not I, but the Lord. Let not the wife depart from her husband.
Right. Let not the wife depart from her husband. The Lord don't want the households breaking up.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, the Lord don't care nothing about that piece of paper through the state of Georgia. We don't. This is I.S.U.P.K. Atlanta. We're in the state of Georgia, whatever state or realm that you're in. The Lord don't care nothing about that piece of paper. You know what I mean? The Lord care about that commitment that you and that man, that woman has always made. That's always going to be. You know what I mean? That piece of paper didn't come along until the last 100 years into America. When we was in slavery and up from slavery, our grandmothers and our grandpas, they didn't have a marriage license. They just jumped the broom or whatever. And they did what they did in the bedroom. That's what made them husband and wife, man. So don't get in the trick bag of something that's doggone that started less than 100 years ago, thinking that's something, because two best friends can get married. A male and two females can go get married. Two males can go get married. The state of marriage in America means nothing.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So you got to be looking what the Most High put into play.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Keep on reading verse 11.
Common Con, sir. But, and if she depart, let her remain unmarried.
Hold on. All right, so if you want to be a doggone, if you want to just be a doggone, you just want to buck like that, buck on your man, buck on your husband like that, and you just want to leave him, hey, let you remain unmarried, aka let you remain sexless. That no man never touches you though your whole life. Are you ready for that? Matter of fact, sister, can you even go 2 months without that? I don't know. I doubt it. You know what I'm saying? I very seriously doubt it. So this is what happens. Keep on reading.
Or be reconciled to her husband.
Or go back to your husband. It's been 60 days, that pressure coming on, or been 2 weeks for some of y'all. You know what I mean? Go back to your husband.
Yeah.
No way, shape, or form are you to marry, talk, get involved with another. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be out of the order of the Most High. We already done told you. Keep on reading.
Con Adawan Con. And let not the husband put away his wife.
That's a lot of that's going on too. And a lot of that, let not the husband don't put away that woman. You got to figure it out. We know you got desires. You know what I mean? You got to communicate with your wife, man. That's what I'm saying. Then we'll go back to that word fear. No cowards. And even stuff that myself and others have to work on. You got to communicate with that woman and let her know what you feeling. You know what I mean? If you met her in high school and y'all grew old together, and then it's a younger woman or whatever, another woman that you trying to get, communicate with that woman. You ain't got to keep her in the dark or whatnot. Let her know, and then let her go her way if she choose. But communicate with her. Don't just put her away because you found something new, because you seen something new. We know that can happen on the earth. There's no way in the world that the Most High gonna be with you putting that woman away. And that's what these so-called men and these women of the Most High is prescribing to our people, which ain't nothing but a lie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you should be thanking God that you finally see how a man and a woman of the Lord dress. You finally see how a man and a woman of the Lord talk, what type of music they listen to, how they fellowship. You know what I'm saying? Because let me tell you something, I don't care how old you is, you ain't seen it before now. for the ISUPK. I'm Officer 500 Baraki Allah. With that, I'm gonna pass the class to Officer Napashkaya.
Power preacher, another hand. We also look at IG sitting right here below. Below Rocky Allah. The IG sitting right here. This is ISK security announcements. Where the I.S.U.P.K started at 1 West 125th Street, Hall, New York. Rule for a new brother and sister. When new brother and sister come to the school, they are living for 6 months. They are here to be saluted only. They are here to set themselves of the world. If they need transportation, a teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry, tithes, which is a commandment, the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 to 10. My Ashura, that means 10 in the Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the church department or teacher. Priest bond. Free will offer a priest, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you like to give. And the next overcome case is going to be the Feast of the Blow of the Memorial Trumpets. It's going to be Friday, September 15th. I'm going to look up more information about that. You also can have remind Akim and Al-Wakian to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If any brother wants to be a troop in the school, start wearing all black boots, pants, shirt, headband, or scarf. With that, give a worker salute to the teacher. Men Israel. Amitem. Amitem Sabat. Amitem. Barak. Yahweh Shem Yahweh. Well, I just said in the Hebrew, may the Most High, in the name of Christ, bless you. Y'all in the top, we're going to give a worker salute to the sister online. Men Israel. Amitem. Amitem Sabat. Amitem. Barak. Yahweh Shema El Tah Bashem Yahushua. Well, I just said to the sister online, may the Most High watch over you in the name of Christ. Y'all should top me hands down. Class is missed.
I got you.
For so long you've been sighing and crying, begging for justice, and here the Lord is bringing you justice right here to your streets. CDIs.